boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you could tap in or you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know time and energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got y'all here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation gear. We on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K, all right? Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, do me a favor, man. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house, all right? Hit your like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, which is Grown Man Business TV. Don't you ever forget that, all right? Now, listen, man, I got a lot of people in the DM. Yo, GMB TV, what's your thought process on the whole situation with Ebro, Hot 97, and Charlamagne the God? I mean, what's your thought process? What's your perspective on everything that's going on in NYC, New York City, with Ebro in the morning, Charlamagne the God, Hot 97? Now, I ain't gonna lie. I heard about it, but I didn't know too much about what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapped into New York City, but I'm not tapped into New York City, if you know what I mean, right? But Charlamagne the God just secured a $200 million deal with iHeart Music, iHeart Radio, whatever. $200 million. And now my DM is flooded. It's flooded. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Oh, but we going to have a conversation. Now, before we go any further, before we get any deeper, right, you already know I got to do some customizations to the chat. When I'm having these type of conversations, midday, late night, early morning, whenever, you got to know the higher ups in the elites are always paying attention. They're always trying to shadow ban the channel. They're always trying to muffle the message. The higher ups in the elites understand that Grown Man Business TV is a threat to the establishment. I'm absolutely a threat to the establishment. And also, the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. So before we go any further, when it comes to Charlamagne the God, Ebro, Hot 97, you know what I mean? The state of music in New York City, we're going to have a conversation. I got to do some customizations to the chat. You know what I mean? Real in and out. We not going to stay long. You know, we going to talk about this because the higher ups and the elites are at work. And you got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors, man. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Yeah, Charlamagne the God and Ebro in the morning. It's a lot going on. You understand? It's a lot going on, man. And, you know, once I looked into it, once I did my due diligence, I mean, it's absolutely nasty work on both sides of the table. It ain't just Charlamagne the God. Ebro in the morning, you know what I'm saying, is no victim. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about how it go down. You know what I mean? And, you know, again, one thing for sure and two things for certain, what makes this platform so powerful is that we're going to say what's real if it's popular or if it's not popular. If it's popular opinion or if it's not. It's pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. That's where a lot of y'all get it confused. Y'all want to say F the streets when it's popular, when it's convenient for you. Now you all of a sudden you want to talk about Charlamagne the God and you want to talk about the powers that be because you got, see, we're going to talk about this. It's really, you gain your respect and you gain your integrity going about everything organically. And when it's organic, it don't matter if the people agree or if they don't. You're going to say what it is. That's what separates independent content creators from all these bloggers, all these new podcasts, all these radio personalities. That's what separates us from them, is that we can say exactly what it is, and we ain't got to worry about the strings of the Geppetto being pulled. All right, so we're gonna have a conversation. Big salute to the chat, man. We gonna get into this, and I see y'all in the DM. Y'all really want my perspective on this. Y'all really want me to give y'all my thought process on this situation, and you already know nobody connects the dots like Grown Man Business TV. There's nobody in these YouTube streets doing independent content creation that is going to say what I'm about to say. I sat back and I watched. I did my due diligence. Everybody talked about this, but nobody connects the dots the way Grown Man Business TV connects the dots. So big salute to the chat. Midday live stream, man. You know what I'm saying? If you scrolling through the algorithm, if you on YouTube and you in these YouTube streets, you know what I mean, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do what you're supposed to do when you step into this chat, when you step into the big house. You already know how I'm giving it up. Charlamagne the God, $200 million. Whew. Big dog status. You hear me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, you see that right there at the bottom of the chat, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, doing what your Twitter fingers like to do, handling your business with the Twitter fingers and doing everything that the Twitter fingers is doing with the Twittering, all with your fingers in the Twittering and all that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Don't just get in here typing all in the comment section. Use those same Twitter fingers and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. All right, that's all I'm saying. Now let's talk about Charlamagne the God. Let's talk about what's going on with everything with Ebro and Hot 97 and the higher ups and the elites. First and foremost, I want to say this: congratulations to Charlamagne the God. $200 million deal with the people that you work with the higher ups and the elites. I mean, if you're gonna do what you've been doing all of these years, you might as well get paid for it. I mean, if that's your angle and that's what you into, and you willing to do everything that Charlamagne the God has done up until present day, congratulations on the bag. $200 million deal with iHeartRadio. I mean, that's major. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? And regardless if I agree with the content, regardless if I agree with what these guys is doing, I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate at all. I told y'all, you either gonna be a hater or a congratulator. Ain't no middlemaning. Ain't no riding the fence. So Charlamagne the God receiving $200 million for goddamn shucking and jiving and bootlicking and all the things he been doing. Salute to that man. Congratulations. I wanted to put that out there first and foremost. Congratulations to Charlamagne the God and that $200 million. That's a big deal. That's a lot of paper. You know what I mean? Now, once I dug into the situation, once I did my due diligence, what I realized is, you know, Ebro in the morning, they all been fired from Hot 97. And now that they have been fired from Hot 97, Ebro and Rosenberg, these guys are salty, they are upset, and they are now willing to have conversations about what happens behind closed doors when you dealing with the higher ups and the elites, when you in bed with the higher ups and the elites. And this is what I'm talking about. And we're gonna go into this, right? But now that you guys have been fired, now that you guys have been let go, now that you guys are unemployed from the higher ups and the elites, now you want to talk. Now it's convenient for you to talk about the things that go on behind closed doors. And that's why it's nasty work. You understand? All of these years you guys was working for Hot 97. You guys was gatekeeping the music industry and what goes on in New York City, because that's where I'm going to start at. Everything was good. Everything was fine. There was no problems. Y'all wasn't speaking out against the higher ups and the elites. Y'all wasn't doing this. Y'all wasn't doing that. All of these years. And see, you know, I want to start right there, because Charlamagne the God is who he is and he does what he does. But Ebro in the morning and Rosenberg, you guys like to act like you're victims. You guys like to act as if y'all were for the people, as if y'all were spooks by the door. Y'all know what I mean when I say spooks by the door. Y'all read the book, right? Y'all want to act like y'all was sitting by the door getting the information and bringing it back to the people, and y'all wasn't doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So now that y'all have been fired, now that the boat has been rocked a little bit, you know, y'all trying to come out and y'all trying to expose the higher ups and the elites. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. It's not going to fall on deaf ears, but you don't gain no respect. We don't respect that. You know, all of these years, 20 plus years, y'all have been gatekeeping and y'all have been manipulating the music scene in New York City. And I'm going to start right there. You know, Charlamagne the God has done some of the things he had to do and he wanted to do, right? Because he chose to do the things he's doing. But you guys chose to do the things that y'all did as well. And nobody really wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. So that's where we're going to start at. And you already know I kept the receipts. Yeah, grown man business TV. I don't go nowhere without the receipts, my G. I don't make a move. I won't step out the house. I got the receipts in my back pocket. And we're going to get into that. Woo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But let's talk about Ebro and Rosenberg and their position in gatekeeping the New York music scene. You know, if you ask me, right, Ebro in the Morning and 50 Cent are the two pillars, the two things that destroyed NYC, the rap scene, the music scene. 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, and Ebro in the Morning. These two entities destroyed the NYC music scene. That's why Atlanta and other areas were able to come in and take the crown from New York City. Now, we're going to talk about 50, but let's start right here with Ebro in the Morning. Ebro is from, I think, California, something like that. Rosenberg is a Canadian. So you already got to ask yourself, how are these foreigners from New York, the New York politics, the New York streets, how did they get in control of one of the strongest and the most powerful radio stations in New York City? That's first and foremost, okay? That's first and foremost. And, you know, I always noticed about New York, I always noticed this. When I used to come to New York City and I used to come up there and get my money, be all in and out New York, all in and out East New York, Brooklyn, all uptown, yeah, all up in Manhattan, Spanish Harlem. You know, when I was doing my thing in New York City, I always noticed that the radio didn't play New York artists like that. You know, when I was moving through New York City, it was a lot of Nelly. It was a lot of country grammar. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. It was a lot of Nelly. It was a lot of Lil Boosie and Lil Webby. It was a lot of that being played on New York City radio. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. I always noticed how when I would go to California, I would always hear new California artists and new California music. I would rarely hear Jay-Z, rarely hear New York artists, Atlanta artists. It was rare. It was sprinkled out, but you was guaranteed to know what was going on in California. But in New York City, it was the total opposite. It was the total opposite. You might get a little Jay-Z, you might get a sprinkle of what's going on in New York, but the majority of the music on the radio on Hot 97 was either Atlanta, Chicago, or California. In Ebro in the Morning, right? Rosenberg, you guys have to be held accountable for that. You and 50 Cent single-handedly destroyed the music scene in New York City. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. I'm telling you, bruh. It was so much country music being played in New York, the New Yorkers started rapping like Atlanta. It was so much Atlanta and Chicago music being played over the radio waves in New York City that the people in New York City forgot who they was, and they started rapping like they was from Chicago. They started rapping like they was from Atlanta. Respectfully. Ebro in the Morning, Rosenberg, these guys gatekept the New York music scene. They pushed out a lot of the New York artists, the young artists, the hot artists that was coming up in New York City. Y'all made sure not to play them. Y'all made sure to kiss the ring of the higher ups and the elites. Y'all wanted to make sure that them Jewish people was happy. So y'all was playing Nelly. Yeah, country grammar. I'm going down, down, baby. Yo, street in the Range Rover, street sweeper, baby. Cock, ready to let it go. That's what y'all was playing in New York City. You niggas can't walk in your Timberlands to Nelly. We can't get cracking to this Nelly shit. Y'all, yeah. So Ebro in the Morning saying that he wasn't willing to do certain things that Charlamagne the God did, you know, I can understand that. You might not have been able to do exactly what Charlamagne the God did, and we're going to get to Charlamagne the God, but you was willing to do other things. You was willing to do certain things that were detrimental to the rap scene in New York City. 50 Cent. 50 Cent was beefing with every rapper. 50 Cent didn't want unity. He wanted to go to war with everybody in New York City that had anything to do with Irv Gotti and Ja Rule. That caused a lot of separation. That caused a lot of division. So 50 got to be held accountable. And not only was he doing that, but 50 was rapping like he was from down south. 50 was rapping like he was from the West Coast. A lot of 50 songs, he was using slang from Cali and slang and slang from Virginia and down south. They know it. I rap like I'm country, man. 50 nasty work, right? So when you got 50 Cent and you got Rosenberg and Ebro, and you put that all in the pot, oh yeah, New York couldn't survive that. New York couldn't survive that. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat. We're not staying long. Do what you do when you come in here. You know what to do. Let's get into a couple of receipts real quick. Let's just start right here so we can give some context on what's going on and what we talking about. We're gonna get deeper into this. But Ebro in the Morning was gatekeeping. Yeah, if he didn't like you, yo, I'm telling you, I always noticed when it was Ebro and Rosenberg on the radio waves in New York City, it was a lot of down south music. It was a lot of Pimp C. It was a lot of goddamn West Coast. It was a lot of everything but New York City hip hop being played. It is what it is, man. We gotta keep it funky. And this been going on for over 20 years. So imagine you got a Canadian and a dude that's from California or for wherever he's from in control of New York City radio. Imagine what that's going to do to New York City. Nasty work, man. Let's get into this receipt. Big salute to the chat. We're going to talk. It's going to get deeper than this. We scratching the surface right now. It's going to get deeper. Charlamagne, yeah, it's going to get deep. $200 million? Or we going to talk? Let's look at this receipt. Look!
Ebro has been fired and let go from Hot 97. Yeah, that's right. The lead of Ebro in the Mornings is no longer working at Hot 97. So this is a storied career to some extent. I never really thought Ebro was that great on mic, but he was good at keeping a job. Well, he would go on his Instagram Live to give his side of the story.
Told y'all a couple of weeks ago when they tried to run that Andrew Cuomo play on me. Remember that shit? Then they tried when the Trumpster got in office. Listen, man, I don't capitulate well, bro. Been doing this too long.
During the whole live, he was essentially saying that the reason he believes he's getting let go is because the new owners of Hot 97 Media Co. do not like his political affiliations and also some of the statements he made back when he said that the company didn't really want or care about Hot 97 and Funk Flex was running the station now.
The new ownership of the big legend, Hot 97, didn't give a damn about investing in this damn thing here. No new studios, making cuts, cutting staff, cutting this, cutting that.
However, I do wonder if it is more because he was not as much dominant in the ratings as they would like him to have been. And also maybe his pay rate wasn't worth it, considering that they're destroying Power 105 in the ratings right now.
Now, I'm going to start right here, right? And salute, right? The new ownership. See, when you listen to the wording, right, you got to really be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. You got to really be a man that doesn't waste words. So when I listen to you talk, I don't waste a word. Every word means something. New management, okay? What you got to understand is we are not in control of our culture. We don't even own entities in our culture. Major structures in our culture, the Jewish people own it. The new owners of Hot 97 is probably got the dog fur. 10 times out of 10, whoever is the new owners of Hot 97, they have dog fur. White, Jewish, whatever you want to call them. You understand me? And they control the radio waves. They control the manipulation. They control the narrative that's being pushed by these radio hosts and all of that. Okay? So he said that these new owners, white people, Jewish people, they didn't really want to invest in the new studio and in the, the things that would upgrade the work environment. They didn't want to invest in that. But they will invest in what's being played over the radio waves. Sexy Red, Chuck my baby daddy, Chuck my baby daddy, Chuck. Yeah, she said fuck her baby daddy 35 times. That's what's being played. Glorilla, fuck nigga free. See, these things, that's what they investing in. They not investing in Ebro. They not investing in a new studio. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what made my wheels turn. The new owners, it's always that dog fur that got their hands in what controls and what manipulates and what inspires our culture. Okay? Now, he also said that he didn't want to bend, break, and fold to certain requests by these new owners. They wanted him to promote Trump, or they wanted him to get involved and speak about this or speak about that. And he wasn't willing to speak on that. He wasn't willing to do that. Respect. But the things that you wasn't willing to do and the things that you were willing to do all go in the same pot. So you wasn't willing to back Trump. You wasn't willing to, speak on certain topics. But you was willing to gatekeep. You was willing to shadow ban certain artists in New York City at the detriment of New York City. Okay, so it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. But now that you got fired, you out here, you're speaking out, you're saying they wanted you to do X, Y, and Z, and you ain't with it. You don't get no credit and no respect and no cookies for that. You supposed to did that when everything was good. Yeah, that's when you get the respect. When you speak out, when there's no reason to speak out. When you expose at the height of your career. At the height of your career, you getting the biggest bag you ever got, and you say, I ain't doing that, and I ain't with that. That's when you get the credit. You don't get the credit after they fire your ass and send you home for the day. It don't work like that. All right? Now, we're going to get into another receipt. That's going to lead us into what's going on with Charlamagne the God. Okay? But I needed to get that out there. And yeah, I'm saying 50 Cent. I'm not saying that takes away from what Jay-Z has done or it takes away from what Diddy has done. But when I speak about 50 Cent, I'm trying to there is no other artist in New York history that has brung more division in New York City than 50 Cent. And see, a lot of y'all don't remember because y'all ain't old enough. I was born in the late 1900s. I'm an 80s baby. I grew up through the G-Unit mixtape era. I grew up through the Rockefeller, the Rough Riders. I grew up through all of that. I played Def Jam Vendetta and all of that. Wu-Tang Clan. What I'm telling you is there is no now think about this. Imagine if 50 Cent, instead of being a bully and going to beefing and warring with everybody in New York, imagine if he would have pulled New York City together with all that momentum he had. Imagine if he would have said, y'all good, work with Ja. I'ma work with Ja. I'ma work with Jay. We all gonna eat. New York City would still be a juggernaut in the rap game. There is no other artist in New York City history that has brought more division and more beef into New York City than 50 Cent. And I know y'all don't want to say it. I know y'all like to act like it is and it ain't. But that's what make this platform powerful. That's what make my voice so powerful. 50 Cent, listen, man. 50 got shot 9 times, right? When 50 came back in the game, he had a chip on his shoulder, a vendetta against any and everybody that even might have had an inkling of a thought that they did something that had something to do with it, or even work with people that had something to do with it. 50 Cent destroyed Ja Rule only to take Ja Rule's whole style and get to singing and harmonizing over beats. Imagine if 50 Cent would have worked with Ja Rule and they would have did albums together. Ja Rule singing on the hook, 50 Cent with that gangster persona. It would have been no stopping that shit. No stopping it, bro. You got to respect what Ja Rule did. A lot of y'all. 50 Cent is one of the main reasons why New York rappers sound like they from down south. 50 Cent is the first New York rapper I ever heard take our slang from Virginia, from down south, from wherever, and apply it in a New York City way. They think I'm Southern, man. They think I'm, yeah, he was, you know, I had never heard that before. Got them Southern niggas, they talking about I'm feeling you, man. And yo, stay the fuck up out of my zone, out of my zone. I'm New York City's own. Bad guy, bad guy. He really was, you know, they think I'm Southern, man. He was really rapping like he was from Texas. And then he birthed that. He birthed that whole generation that started using that Southern slang instead of the New York thing. Nobody wanted to work with certain people because they were scared of 50 Cent back in the day. Y'all got, you had to be there. You had to be there to know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? For real. 50 and Ebro, Rosenberg, the 2 top entities that destroyed the New York City rap music scene. And it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You had to be there. I'm talking, man, G-Unit, that whole situation that 50 Cent had, and you got to know, 50 had to go to the West Coast to get on. 50 had to get with Dr. Dre and Eminem to become successful. So when he came back to New York City, man, he was steamrolling you niggas, man. He was steamrolling you niggas, man. He was rolling over any New York City artist that he felt like he wanted to roll over. And he was steamrolling you niggas, man. Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes send to my piggy. I get at you. That head touch your steel. I get at you. Like 50 was... Come on, man. It was hard for y'all to bounce back from what 50 Cent did to the rap music scene, the division he caused. Kiss, you better rock with me if you want to eat, Cause I do your little ass like Jay did Mobb Deep. That's what he told Jay to kiss. Yeah. Respect. Salute, man. All right. Now, we gonna get into this next receipt right here where Ebro is talking about Charlamagne the God. And then we gonna get into the meat and potatoes of this because I ain't staying long. Hit the like button when y'all come in here. Hit the subscribe button when y'all come in here. Stop playing, man. Over 400 in the chat. Run the likes up. Nasty work. What's going on? How's going down? All right? But I said what I said. 50 Cent, Ebro in the morning, they destroyed the New York City rap scene. They destroyed it, especially 50 Cent. I mean, that shit right there was like a Hurricane Katrina, what he did to the New York City rap scene, the division he caused. All right? Let's get into this receipt. Big salute to the chat. Do what you do. You already know how we giving it up. Look.
There were things that Charlamagne was willing to do that I would have never done. Never. And that's how you get to those big bags.
Yo, to have the people like the iHearts of the world want to hand you this much money?
It's the same with Stephen A. Smith, though. When Disney wants to give you money like that, you got to do a dance I ain't willing to do.
But if you had flipped it on and done the dance right, you could have got yourself a nice 10, 15.
Oh,
I think that's...
Oh, yeah.
But
I can't do it. There were things that Charlamagne was willing to do that I would have never done. Never. And that's how you get to those big bags.
Yo, to have the people like the iHearts of the world want to hand you this much money?
It's the same with Stephen A. Smith, though. When Disney wants to give you money like that, you got to do a dance I ain't willing to do.
But if you had flipped it on and done the dance right, you could have got yourself a nice 10, 15.
Oh,
I think that's...
Oh, yeah.
But
I can't do it. There were things that Charlamagne was willing to do that I would have never done. Never.
There were things that Charlamagne was willing to do that I would have never done. Now, we're going to talk about that. This is where it's going to get deep at. But I see you in the chat. Salute to the chat. 50 Cent and Ja Rule never really had a real beef. Again, man, y'all got to understand what's going on. Ja Rule did get robbed by somebody that 50 Cent knew, but they didn't really have no beef. 50 Cent was more jealous that Supreme was rocking with Ja Rule instead of rocking with him. 50 Cent was more jealous, like, why are you rocking with these dudes that's not in the streets when I'm a real street nigga, right? But Supreme was going with Murder Inc. because that's where the money was at. That's where the bag was at. He didn't care how street you was or how gangster you was. Them niggas was making hits. They didn't really have no real beef, my G. Really, like, Supreme and them niggas shot up 50 or got 50 shot. Ja Rule, them niggas didn't have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? So, again, when you really break it down, and then when you become mature, what you will realize is 50 Cent destroyed Ja Rule and then started singing just like Ja Rule. 50 Cent literally took Ja Rule's whole blueprint and applied it to his own music. That shit is nasty work, man. You know what I'm saying? Nasty work. And I cry, you cry, we cry together. Cause when I cry, you cry, we cry. That's Ja Rule. And then you got 50, right? You got 50. A nigga use a window shopper. Mad at me. I think I know why. Nigga use a window shopper. At the jewelry store. Looking at shit you can't buy. Nigga use a window shopper. Mad at me. And when they see it roll by. A nigga use a window shopper. That nigga was singing, bro. That nigga was hating on Ja Rule for singing. And then he turned around and made millions of dollars from singing. I take you to the candy shop. I take that girl what you got. I know you bit what you got. Get going till I hit the top. Whoa, I take you to the candy shop. And nobody wanted to say nothing because them niggas was so scared of 50 Cent. We're gonna talk more about that. But let's stay right here. Ebro said that the things that Charlamagne the God was doing, he wasn't willing to do. Okay? Now, this what I want y'all to always pay attention. When you talking and you exposing and you pointing the finger and you moving the smoke and mirrors and you ain't got no filter, the first thing dudes is gonna say is you hating. Oh, that nigga's a hater. Stop hating on Charlamagne. You know, blah, blah, blah. Nah. If you start talking and the first thing they say is you hating, look into that. You know, respectfully, there's a lot of things that Charlamagne the God did that nobody is willing to do. And we gonna get into that. How you think Charlamagne the God got that $200 million? Okay? Now, let's get into another receipt because we're gonna get deeper into this. Like I said, it's a reason why independent content creators like myself, why the voice is so powerful. Why it's a separation. Because you're gonna have dudes like DJ academics, right? That's gonna speak, that's gonna spearhead, and they're gonna protect these puppets. They're put in position to protect dudes like Charlamagne the God, puppets. All right? They're put in position and their platforms are put in position to deflect, to be a shield for dudes like Charlamagne the God. So we're gonna play this receipt, but I want you to understand, and we're gonna get it's gonna get real. All of these dudes gonna have something in common. All of these dudes have something in common that, you know what, we gonna get into that. All right? Ebro in the morning said what he said. Now let's let DJ academics go ahead and talk to the people, Act. Look.
Great timing for us.
No, it is. The whole.
Oh, you see that? Look at that. That's crazy. That's crazy, cuz. Now, they said, you know what? That ain't gonna stop no show. Now the video is unavailable. All of a sudden, the video is unavailable because I'm dropping these gems on you, because I'm exposing. That's crazy. Oh, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can figure this out. Video is unavailable. I didn't know that. That's crazy now. Let's see what we got. Let's see something. Hold on real quick. Damn, that's wow. Okay. Well, that video is unavailable. That video is unavailable. Okay, no worries. DJ Academics was basically saying in this video that I was about to play, right? That Ebro in the morning is hating on Charlamagne the God. Ebro in the morning is upset because he got fired and Charlamagne the God worked so hard and that's how he got the $200 million deal with iHeartRadio. You understand? He got the $200 million deal because he's the hardest working man in radio. He's the one who does the most content. He's the one that does the most work. He's the one that has spearheaded the way into that $200 million. And, you know, these guys should work harder. They should play harder. They should figure out different ways and different angles to get in the same position that Charlamagne the God got in. That's what DJ Academics was about to say. And, you know, all of a sudden, the video is unavailable. But that's okay. Let's let the boy Ebro say it again. And then we're going to go further. And I want to show y'all exactly how Charlamagne the God got into position for $200 million. One more time. Talk to the people, Ebro. Look.
Charlamagne was willing to do that I would have never done. Never.
And that's how you get to those big bags.
Yo, to have the people like the iHearts of the world want to hand you this much money.
It's the same with Stephen A. Smith, though. When Disney wants to give you money like that, you got to do a dance I ain't willing to do.
But if you had flipped it on and done the dance right, you could have got yourself a nice 10, 15.
Oh.
I think that's...
Oh, yeah.
But
I can't do it.
You got to do a dance. Now, again, Ebro, you did a dance. You did a lot of gatekeeping. You did a lot of BS, right? But the dance that Charlamagne the God did, you didn't do. I got to give you that. All right, I got to give you that. When they are ready to give you $200 million iHeart deal, when they want to put you in that position to be approaching $1 billion, when they do that, you got to understand something. You had to do something. You had to walk through the door. It's no way around it. It's no way around it. When they make that announcement and they say, yes, Charlamagne the God has recently signed a $200 million iHeart radio deal. Congratulations. You got to ask yourself, what did you do to get that? Oh, he's a hard worker. He is a hard worker. He is the hardest working man in content creation. That might be true. But what else did you do? Again, respectfully, I got to keep it 100. The one thing that all of these guys seem to have in common is that they either have been charged with sexual assault or they have accusations of sexual assault. Y'all don't notice that? Y'all ain't listen. All of the people that get these kind of deals, they either have accusations of grape or sexual assault, or they have been convicted of grape and sexual assault. There's a common denominator when it comes to this. Even DJ Academics. We saw the video of DJ Academics talking to that little kid on that stream and all of that. Talking about having, doing sexual things and will you suck on this and will you eat on that? We all saw that act. We ain't forget that. That little boy told you, I'm 15, act. I'm not gay. And you just kept trying. Why not? You don't want to try that? You don't want to experiment with that? And the little boy was just trying to tell you, please, I ain't with that. Charlamagne the God got, you know what? We going to get into that. You got to do a little dance. Well, what kind of dance was Ebro talking about? Well, you know what? I got the receipts. I kept the receipts. I didn't go nowhere without the receipts. Ebro said when they give you $200 million, it's because you did a little dance. You had to do a little dance. Yeah, hard work don't pay off in America. Hard work and following the rules, that don't pay off in America. Okay? So let's get into some of these dances that Charlamagne the God been doing over the years. I want to show you something. This one always made me feel a certain type of way. Anybody that does this right here is a predator. Absolute predator. You understand me? We're going to start with this receipt right here. How did Charlamagne get the $200 million iHeart radio deal? What was he doing other than hard work? Well, here we go. Hit the like button and all that. Stop playing. Tap the screen twice. All right? We already talked about Ebro. I'm shadow banning and gatekeeping. But now we talking about your boy Charlamagne. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
I sniffed your chair last time you was
You're
here.
a sick person.
I know. I did.
You're
I
a
couldn't
sick
help
person.
it. You're J-Lo. I just.
He definitely did a
You
couple
know?
of times.
I just had to know what it smelled like just a little bit.
And?
It was amazing.
Okay, good.
It smelled like angel
right?
wings and lemons.
Thank you.
I sniffed your chair last time you was
You're
here.
a sick person.
I know. I did.
You're
I
a
couldn't
sick
help it.
person.
You're J-Lo. I just.
He definitely did a couple of times.
I just had to know what it smelled like just a little bit.
And?
It was amazing.
Okay, good.
It smelled like angel
right?
wings and lemons.
Thank you.
I sniffed your.
Now, you heard what he said, right? I sniffed your chair. Look, you know what? Fuck it. Let's look at another one, man. Let's look at another one. Look.
I sniffed your chair last time you was
You're a
here.
sick person.
I know.
J-Lo just left.
I sniffed your chair last time you was
You're a
here.
sick person.
I know.
J-Lo just left.
I sniffed your chair last time you was
You're a
here.
sick person.
I know.
J-Lo just left.
Now, I'm telling you, from a heterosexual black man, straight up and down, no chinks in my armor. I'm telling you, any man that will do that wants to sniff your ass and your cat when you get up out the chair, is a guaranteed predator. That nigga is not. Don't leave him around children, and be careful about what. Yeah, don't have too many drinks around him. Yeah, I seen you in the chat. You tried to take your comment down. Homie in the chat said, "Oh, but it is J-Lo." I wouldn't give a damn who it is. I wouldn't care. Listen, imagine it's J-Lo, but maybe she's on her period. Maybe she's on her cycle. Maybe she's on her menstrual cycle. And you put your goddamn nose all in the chair where that nasty ass cock was at, and she might have been bleeding for the last 3 days. But you want to sniff it. Put your whole goddamn face in the chair because she was sitting in it, and you don't know if she could have. Come on, man, that's a nasty man. We talking about the dances that Charlamagne the God has done over the years to obtain this $200 million contract. Well, he was doing stuff like this. When the bitch get up out the seat, he put his whole goddamn face down there and get to sniffing and licking and snuffling and all that. Man, motherfucker J-Lo said, you a nasty man. Yeah, you're sick. She said, you're sick, nigga. They all laughed. They go, oh. You're a sick man. Oh, yeah. That's a pervert. That is an absolute perv. Listen to what I'm saying to you. We're going to get to this next, but I've never thought one time, that's a beautiful woman. I wonder how the chair, I'm going to smell her chair when she get up and put my nose in her cock. Maybe she was on her period. Maybe that cock was smelling like sweat from all night. Maybe goddamn Ben Affleck was beating that cock all night and she ain't get a chance to wash it. And you put your goddamn nose on it. Nasty man. That sickening. Let's get into some more. I got more. Yeah, I got more. How do you get $100 million? $200 million. How do you, well, let's look at some more receipts. Yeah, look.
Yes, have better aim.
I agree with you.
It's like being in the bathroom. If a guy pisses on you, you owe me a hand job now.
What?
I'm just bullshitting. If a guy pisses on you, you owe me a hand job now. If a guy pisses on you, you owe me a hand job now.
What?
I'm just bullshitting. If a guy pisses on you, you owe me a hand job now.
What?
I'm just bullshitting.
Dwayne, we're gonna need a sound effect. Fast forward.
Oh my God, it's a joke.
Wait, you sound like
Dummy boy.
November 23rd.
November 23rd.
And I
Dummy
just want to
boy.
tell you the biggest thing is stop telling people suck your dick. Because one day somebody gonna jump in your jeans. One of these niggas gonna try.
You know what's so crazy?
One of these niggas gonna suck your dick.
So crazy.
And then what?
You know how I know I'm.
You dated superstars? So let's not move on from your meat. Let's talk about you in those gray sweatpants. There's a lot of women out there that want to know. You know what I mean?
What is that about?
Was that all you?
Of course,
That's a wild question for me to be asking.
Exactly. It's a wild question, but you didn't tell me he's like that. Why you guys didn't tell me? You guys didn't tell me all about that. I thought he's a nice guy, smile with books. Let's sell the books. I was not prepared for this, bro.
Definitely sell books.
And your books, you said those things too?
No.
But I heard you talk about.
I wouldn't. How gay do y'all want to get?
Let's go.
People say they want to stop listening to the podcast because there's a lot of gay talk.
Oh yeah? Well,
What
get
legend
ready.
What legend would you fuck? Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. Dead or alive.
Dead or
But it's
alive.
only males.
But the only, it's not about wanting to fuck them. It's about who would you not be afraid to tell your homeboys
That you fuck?
boom,
Because it doesn't count as gay.
boom, because it's a legend.
Caitlyn. She got the newest pussy. Think about it. That's the pussy brand new. The pussy fresh off the rack.
She's not legend enough for
And
me.
she wouldn't want you. I didn't say that she wanted me. She's a black man. Is she in the black man? The nigga she got now is black.
No, you talking about Chris. You talking about Caitlyn.
What's the difference?
What you mean? What's the
Biology.
What about you, Mouse? What legend would you smash?
Oh, shit. Damn it, man.
Come on, we just playing a game. Is this all for?
It's a game, guys. You know what's funny? There's people who listen to this out loud in like the bike shop and like and there's somebody, this is their first episode, like, y'all gotta listen to these guys. These motherfuckers, they crazy. This shit's so funny. And the guys just walked in like, all right.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to fucking look through your paper. Tekashi, all right.
You said Tekashi?
I call him Tekashi. Besides Tekashi, who you taking down? What legend?
Who would I take down?
Yeah, besides Tekashi.
Nobody. Y'all gay. Y'all gay.
Now, mind you, Charlamagne the God is a married man. Charlamagne the God has a wife somewhere. All right. So when I heard DJ Academic saying that dudes was hating on him and he's a hard worker and X, Y, and Z, you know, we got to speak to that. Nah, Charlamagne been doing some real suspect type activity, man, for a long time. We got a few more clips. It's nasty work. And that's the kind of buck dancing you're going to have to do to step into $200 million with iHeartRadio. And it's been going on for years, man. You know, for years, Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy been promoting man-on-man activity on your morning radio. Syndicated show, globally syndicated. It's all over the world. And they make sure to promote homosexual activity because the people who own that station, that's what they want promoted to us. That's what they want subconsciously. They work that in. So you listening to Country Grammar, you listening to Lil Webby, you listening to Jay-Z, and then you getting a dose of that Rainbow Coalition conversation. And Charlamagne has done that so well. I mean, he has become a professional when it comes to that kind of homosexual talk. He has done it so well that them people is saying, oh no, we're going to extend your contract. We're going to give you $200 million. We're going to take it to the next level. And you got to know something, right? That's, again, what makes these platforms, independent content creation, so powerful. Because when I say this, you know, a lot of people think to themselves like, nah, I ain't never think of it like that. Well, you should think of it like that. You know, we're gonna get deeper, but let's let Charlamagne the God do what Charlamagne the God do. Look,
Michelle.
I probably suck some dick to save me. I fuck with Tanitra. I like Tanitra. That's my. Listen, I love. I probably suck some dick to save me. I probably suck some dick to save me.
Michelle.
I probably suck some dick to save me. I fuck with Tanitra. I like Tanitra. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie. You know what I mean? Tanitra, my people. I fuck with Tanitra. I like what Tanitra represents a lot.
Michelle.
I probably suck some dick to save me. I fuck with Tanitra. I like Tanitra. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie. You know what I mean? Tanitra, my people. I fuck with Tanitra. I like what Tanitra represents a lot. You know what I'm saying? She's out here being a great advocate for mental health. And plus, I know her. Like, I've been knowing. I'm gonna be. If I was to ever, you know, be getting raped by another man,
Yikes.
I would offer him head.
Fuck that. Yo, I ain't sucking no dude's dicks, bro. That's scared to get raped. Yo, son, hold on. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know, be getting raped by another.
Yikes.
I would offer him head.
Fuck that. Yo, I ain't sucking no dude's dicks, bro. That's scared to get raped. Yo, son, hold on.
You know, be getting raped by another man.
Yikes.
I would offer him head.
now I want to stop right there, right? I want to stop right there. I'm just saying, he said all that with a Wu-Tang Clan hat on. Look at Charlamagne the God is diabolical, B. He said that if he was being assaulted by another man, he would offer that man some head. He would do that. He would, he would offer some brains. And he said that shit with a Wu-Tang Clan hat on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit right there is crazy. Absolutely diabolical, my G. Now you understand how he got that $200 million? If Charlamagne would offer somebody some brains, imagine what he's doing when he get around them Jewish people and them parties and all that. Imagine what Charlamagne the God is doing behind closed doors, allegedly. Imagine what he's doing with them white people behind closed doors. If somebody was taking advantage of him, he would offer fellatio. He would offer some head and some brains, and he would get on. He would eat a dick. You know what I'm saying? That's what he just said. He said that, right? So imagine behind closed doors, somebody offer him $100 million, $150 million, $200 million. You think, oh, he'd eat some good dick for that? Oh, he would swallow a cock for 200 M's. Easy. Allegedly. I don't want no smoke with you. I'm just saying, if you imagine how good he probably eat one of those cocks or the higher ups and elites for that kind of money. So don't get mad at us for connecting the dots, for seeing what's going on and all that. I ain't trying to disrespect you or nothing like that. I ain't trying to disrespect you. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just... You said all that shit with a Wu-Tang Clan cocked on your damn head. Nah, you don't need to be talking like that. I would have... Listen, man, you take that motherfucking hat off, man. You know what Wu-Tang mean in New York City? Nasty work. Nasty work. And again, in the beginning of this live stream, I said salute and congratulations to Charlamagne the God. I'm sure allegedly you ate cock, enough cock. You did something, Charlamagne. Go. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit more. You've been talking a lot. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and talk a little bit more to the people. Fucking talk to the people, Charlamagne. Go ahead. Look.
Fuck that. Yo, I ain't sucking no dude's dick, bro. That's scared to get raped. Yo, son, hold on. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Gay! That's the gayest shit I ever heard.
Why is that gay? That's
yes, it is.
That's not gay. That's a negotiation. It's not gay. It's a negotiation.
Nah, hold up. You a bad negotiator.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. If you let me, if you trust me enough,
you gotta read the art of the deal.
No. If you trust me enough to let me put my lips on your dick, I'm biting that shit the fuck off.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna grip like a pit bull.
No, you're not.
All right.
No, you're not.
Okay. All right. Well, if you ever see,
you got a mouthful of dick, you're not even gonna have enough pressure to bite.
If you ever see Charlamagne, if you ever see Charlamagne like this.
Now look at Charlamagne right there. Look at your boy. Look at your boy right there. Look at your boy right there. Yeah. He put his mouth right on the microphone and demonstrate to you exactly how he gonna eat that. Yeah. I ain't trying to disrespect you. Respectfully, congratulations. With $200 million, I ain't trying to disrespect you. I'm just saying, I believe you ate some dick for that money. Yeah, I believe before you signed that contract, allegedly, you put a cock in your mouth. You probably had multiple cocks in your mouth. You did that for that money. Yeah, all of a sudden, we supposed to believe you the hardest working man in content creation. Nah, homie. Nah, that ain't how it work. And we don't believe DJ Academics. He can't. DJ Academics, you was having inappropriate conversations with that 15-year-old little boy. So you can't. You need to close your motherfucking mouth. You need to close your mouth, Act. We don't want to talk. Stop trying to defend your man right here. He said he'd eat a dick. He said it's not gay. It's called negotiations. He's going to negotiate. And if it take putting a dick in his mouth, so be it. Okay, now we don't got to say no more. I think he said enough. I think your boy said enough. Now I want to move forward just a little bit because it get deeper than just the homosexual activity. It get deeper than that. See, that ain't enough for you to secure $200 million. You know, yeah, everybody, yeah, nigga wanna be with the Rainbow Coalition, and he wanna do what he wanna do with another man and all of that, and they wanna talk about it on air. That's a lot going on. But I'm here to tell you, we need more. We need more. And this is where it get deep at, you know, respectfully. I ain't trying to disrespect you, but it's public information. You know, DJ Academics got a situation where his homeboys ran a train on one of the girls that he had at his house, and it was recorded, and the police got involved, and, you know, he got out of that, and, you know, the police said, you know, I'm just saying, it seemed like all of y'all got certain accusations to make it to the top. I'm just saying, you right here, you said you put your mouth on it, you eat a dick. You said it. Biggie Smalls, all of you boys get to talking about eating dick and all that. But we're going to get into this last receipt where it's deeper than Charlamagne the God, you know, smelling seats, disrespecting women, smelling that funky cock. I don't care if it was J-Lo. That cock probably was funky than a motherfucker, man. You just put your nose on her seat where that pussy was at. You just smelled it like that. Then you get around your homies and you talk about eating dick and nasty work. But like I said, that's not enough. Smelling seats, having homosexual conversations with your homies and all that, all on the air, talking with DJ Envy, smacking ass and all that, making whole molds of your ass and your nuts. I remember that. I might pull that up. I remember when you did that. Hold up. I remember when you made a whole, hold on. Yeah, we gonna get in that because that's not enough. Hold on. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough, my guy. Yeah, here it is. Let's look at this real quick. This is the one I want to play right here. But that's not enough. That's not enough. You know what I mean? I want to let this last receipt play before we go into this last angle. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
Some headphones.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm not here, it's not just the yo-yo-yos.
It's not the yo-yo-yo?
Be missing.
All right, let me.
It's the ho-ho-hos.
This your butt cheeks, yo? This a black butt?
Baby. Go ahead, baby. Jiggle it, baby.
Now,
Go ahead, baby.
I'm thinking the same thing. Is this balls?
Listen.
Is that your balls?
If you want them to be.
What?
What do you want them to be? Use your imagination, young man.
All
All right? Hey! Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get you a nice little stand for that. And I'm going to post to stand up right by you. And what we can do when people walk in, that can be their own Apollo log. So now the Breakfast Club.
Now look at that. Look at that right there. Now look at that. You went somewhere and got a mold of your ass and your nuts, and you gave it to DJ Envy, and he accepted it. And you did it on air. Yeah. So now, so we supposed to think you the hard. Yeah, you work real hard when you went. Yeah, you work hard. You are the hardest working man in entertainment. Yeah, you work hard. You would do anything. Yeah, look.
As our official Apollo log. Listen, It's got a lifelike hole.
They playing with me. I see it. I see it at the bottom of the chat. They already talking about I'm playing the wrong. I ain't gonna play no more. You know what? You know what? Since y'all want to play, because it's at the bottom of the chat, you can't see it. It say, we detected a video in the stream belonging to someone. You know what? Don't even worry about it. Because like I said, they saw enough of that. But doing all that ain't enough. We're gonna get into this last angle, man, because I don't, you know, you're not gonna play with my live stream. You're not gonna play with my channel. Y'all know how I give it up. They don't want me exposing the real. They don't want me giving y'all what I'm saying. This is just what it is. It's just what it is. Like it or love it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get into this next angle right here. I want y'all to take this in. Because not only are you gonna have to make a mold of your ass and your nuts and give it to DJ Envy. Not only are you going to have to talk about offering fellatio to another man, you're doing a lot, but you got to do a little bit more. And you know what? I'm gonna let you tell the story. Salute to DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God. I'm gonna say congratulations. I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
I remember a scenario, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I got this girl real drunk, and I fought. Just that sentence sounds a little fishy. I got her drunk. I didn't just get her drunk. I remember going. I went to the sex store and got Spanish Fly. Oh, so you raped her? Shut up. Spanish Fly. They selling this. Oh, so you raped her? Shut up. Spanish Fly. Oh, see, I remember going. I went to the sex store and got Spanish Fly. Oh, so you raped her? Shut up. Spanish Fly. They selling it in the sex store. I'm telling the truth. They spell it in the Spanish store. I had to fucking. They sell knives in the sex store too. You could put that to a girl's throat and have sex with that. Doesn't mean it's illegal. So I put the Spanish Fly in the E&J. We drinking the E&J and shit. So in my mind, I don't know if this shit really worked, but I felt like I got horny as a motherfucker too. Right? So she was drunk and shit, and we had sex and shit, and like a lot of my boys was trying to come in the room and fuck her. I'm like, nah, chill out. I can't. I'm not doing that. And I'm like, let you run the train on it. That's rape. Yeah. Okay. So this is one-on-one. It ain't right. Yeah. So the next trains are rape. So the next morning she wakes up. And we talk about it. And she's like, what happened? Oh shit. Like, we had sex. She said, okay, well, I'm glad it was you. I remember going, I went to the sex store and got Spanish Fly. Oh, so you raped her? Shut up. Spanish Fly. They sell it in the sex store. I'm telling the truth. They spell it in the Spanish store. I had to fucking. They sell knives in the sex store too. You could put that to a girl's throat and have sex with that. Doesn't mean it's illegal. So I put the Spanish Fly in the E&J. We drinking the E&J and shit. So in my mind, I don't know if this shit really worked, but I felt like I got horny as a motherfucker too. I remember going, I went to the sex store and got Spanish Fly. Oh, so you raped her? Shut up. Spanish Fly. They sell it in the sex store. I'm telling the truth. They spell it in the Spanish store. I had to fucking. They sell knives in the sex store too. You could put that to a girl's throat and have sex with that. Doesn't mean it's illegal. So I put the Spanish Fly in the E&J. We drinking the E&J and shit. So in my mind, I don't know if this shit really worked, but I felt like I got horny as a motherfucker too.
So that right there is the common denominator for a lot of these celebrities and these puppets. They all have these type of accusations. Now, I'm not going to play the video of the young lady crying and telling her side of the story, because that shit it pulls at your heartstrings, right? But right here, you got Charlamagne the God, $200 million deal contract, saying out his own mouth that he went to a store and brought Spanish Fly. He went. I never heard. He said he put the Spanish Fly in the E&J. He said he didn't know if it was going to work or not, but all he know is he got horny as hell. So what you got to know is he didn't tell Shorty that it was Spanish Fly in the E&J. He didn't tell Shorty what he was doing. Oh, that sound like P. Diddy, don't it? Don't that sound like Puff Daddy, Mark Curry, in those champagne bottles and all that? And then After he put the E and J and the Spanish Fly together, he gave it to Shorty, and then after she got intoxicated and drugged, they had sexual intercourse. When she woke up the next morning, she said, "What happened?" That's because the Spanish Fly made her forget what went down. So I don't know if you got to be a rocket scientist or if you got to be a graduate from Harvard to understand that if you go and buy Spanish Fly and put it in somebody's drink, they don't know about it, and you have sex with them, now you got to ask yourself this question. Why ain't Charlamagne the God in the same predicament as P. Diddy? Why ain't Charlamagne the God facing the same situation and the same charges as Puffy Combs? Verse, I ain't trying to disrespect you. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to disrespect you, but you put the Spanish Fly in the drink and she ain't even know it. Yeah, she ain't even know it. Nasty work, man. Absolutely disgusting. And I say all that to say this. That's how you get to the $100 million, $200 million deals. That's how you get in those rooms. You got to have some dirt on your shoulders. And it ain't just any type of dirt. You got to have that kind of dirt. Yeah, that scrapo dirt. You got to be a pedo, predator. You got to be one of the two or one of the three. Or you got to be able to say you'll eat a cock right at a drop of a dime. You'll put a dick in your mouth. So ain't nobody hating on Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy. We just saying 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, smell like a duck, and it's probably a duck. You might want to figure that out, and you might want to start being a little, because you don't need to say nothing. DJ Academics, man. We ain't forgot about that conversation you had with that little boy, man. So just pick and choose your battles wisely, respectfully. I ain't trying to disrespect you or nothing like that. I'm going to leave y'all with this, right? To all my independent content creators, the bag is coming. The bribery is on its way. To get us to stop talking like this, they're going to put a bag in front of us. To get us to stop exposing like this, they are going to offer a bag. When the bag comes, be very, very aware of what's going on. Before you sign any deal, before you sign over your channel, before you take that $1 million, $2 million, $4 million, $5 million, before you get that bag, make sure you know what you're doing before you play ball with the higher ups and the elites. The bag is coming. It's on its way. They not going, Martin Luther King you. That ain't what this is. They not going to get you knocked off. That's not what this is. The higher ups and the elites know how to play ball. And a lot of the times, they put the money in front of you. They'll fund your enemy. They'll fund your competition. But it's going to be a bag involved. $200 million deal. You would think everybody going to be saying, hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. What I'm saying is, I ain't even know where to buy Spanish Fly. Where exactly would you buy something called Spanish Fly? You put it in the, what the fuck was you talking about? Yeah. See, it's a problem when Diddy is having them Diddy parties. But you think Charlamagne the God and these other dudes ain't been to them other sex parties, them Diddy parties with them other people? Talking like that? Talking about how fast you'll eat a dick? You think he ain't? Yeah. Allegedly. It's only a problem when Diddy do it. But the dudes who own that radio station, you think they ain't having sex parties? You think they ain't got the sex and the host and all that? Why? Come on, I'm telling you, son. I'm telling you. You never, why you think Angela Yee left the Breakfast Club with no regards and no look? She never looked back. It's a lot of talk, eating dick, homosexual talk going on. She got to deal with that. It's a lot of things going on behind closed doors that if she stay down with the Breakfast Club, she got to deal with that. Just Hilarious, Laura LaRosa and all them, they willing to get to that level. They willing to deal with that. The bag is coming. Don't be surprised when you get an email or you get a call and the bag is presented. Just understand what you're doing when the bag is presented. Big salute to the chat. Yeah. I feel you on that. I can feel it. The downloads are downloading and I can feel that the time is approaching. The voices are powerful. We are approaching 60,000 subscribers organically. And we're going to elevate this platform. We're going to make they already recognize. But when they step two, they're going to have to step correct. They're going to have to step fully correct. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to the chat. Wanted to tap in on that, man. I got a lot of people in my DM asking me about that, and here we are. You know, Charlamagne the God, $200 million deal on the table. You know, that's a big fucking deal. That's a big deal. And maybe 20 years ago or 30 years ago, y'all would have been able to get that and sweep it under the rug. Y'all would have been able to get that over our heads and under our bridges. But in the times we live in right now, we all understand. Hey, bro, they just gave you a quarter of $1 billion. Ain't no way around that. Respectfully. All the things that you've done on the radio, the things that you did with that little girl out there in South Carolina will lead you to a $250 million. At the end of the day, the message in this is stay down till you come up. Stay grounded. Keep it organic. And understand that the enemy, the higher ups and the elites are watching at all times and they play chess at the highest level. And a bag is the easiest way to make you bend, break, and fold. A nice bag. Trust me. Listen, Grown Man Business TV, we got 10 million. We love your platform and we got $10 million, man. We would love to get in bed with you. As much as I would love that $10 million, as much as I would love to get that money, all money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. And if you really to offer me $200 million right now, I can only imagine what I'll be worth in 2 years, in 5 years. Maybe I hold out like young Dolph and all that. Maybe I say, fuck the $10 million. Should I take the $10 million or say fuck the $10 million? Man, fuck the $10 million. Yeah. This ain't Charlamagne the God. This ain't that. And the man make the money. The money never, ever, ever made the man. The man make the money don't make the man. So you got $200 million, but we got all these videos of you talking about sucking dick and drugging and taking advantage of girls with Spanish fly. I mean, we got a lot of videos of you sniffing chairs and creating molds of your ass and your balls and giving it. See, the man make the money. The money don't make the man. $200 million is beautiful. But if you gotta eat dick and make balls and all that, what you do, I don't know. It don't look as good as it used to. All right. Big salute to the chat. Y'all already know how we giving it up. Got some family flying in tonight, man. So I gotta get ready for that. Been cleaning up, handle some business. Making some things jump, man. Salute to the chat. I'm gonna check y'all out. Who in here? Deuce, I see you. Black Butterfly. FBA Hustle NYC, I see you in here. Yo, salute to everybody that's in here. I wanted to speak to that too because I always get my perspective on New York City. Y'all know I like to have fun with New York City. I like the Breezy Santana. I see you in here, my G. I like the it turns the comedy hour when I get to talking about New York City, man. But in this particular situation, I wanted to make sure that it was understood, like, nah, New York City had the crown for a long time. The crown was in New York City. If you wanted to make it, you had to get to New York City. Even J. Cole understood he wanted to get to New York City so he could be around the environment to make it. New York City lost the crown, and nobody talks about the real infrastructure on how everything transferred to Atlanta. It wasn't just because Atlanta niggas was so good and Atlanta niggas could rap way better and everything is better in Atlanta. Nah. When you go to Atlanta, you're going to hear a lot of Atlanta music. Yeah. Yeah, it's the radio and it's the artists that got to work together to make sure that it's a harmony and it's a unity in Atlanta for Atlanta to have the crown. Now that we see Atlanta don't have unity, we see Atlanta don't have the crown. Young Thug, Gunna, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Woody, Rollo, all these niggas beefing, and now we don't look at Atlanta the same. Yeah, Ratlanta is what we call it now. Ratlanta. Ratlanta. That's what happened in New York City. You had to be around to see the damage and the division and the confusion that 50 Cent brought to the New York City rap scene. You had to be there. I could tell you about it, but if you didn't see it with your own eyes, if you didn't experience the G-Unit movement, you don't know what I'm talking about. You just don't know what I'm talking about. 50 Cent, there's not another rapper or artist from New York City that did that much damage and brought that much division. Them niggas was scared of 50. I don't know why they was so scared of 50. You know, where I'm from is like, we don't respect the dude who got shot. We respect the shooter. We don't really fear the nigga who got shot. We more fear the nigga who shot him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't say, oh, little Johnny got shot. Watch out for little Johnny. Well, nah, little Johnny just got his ass shot 9 times. Well, Tyrone shot him. We more worried about Tyrone. But in New York City, them niggas was scared of the nigga who got shot. And I don't know what it was about 50 Cent getting shot 9 times, but them boys in New York City was scared of Curtis Jackson. They was scared, boy. We was in Virginia watching from the out. We was watching in Virginia, and we was saying, man, what the fuck going on in New York City, man? 50 Cent, G-Unit, they scared of 50. We saying, well, didn't 50 get shot 9 times? 9? Didn't he get shot 9 times? Well, who shot 50 Cent? That's who the fuck we want to worry about. We was worried about the nigga who had the gun. Yeah, we was more worried about the nigga who had the gun, who was doing the shooting. Yeah, we didn't want to. Somebody, listen to me. Somebody run down and shoot you in front of your grandmama house while your grandmama outside in the garden and all that. You ain't the nigga we need to be worried about. You ain't the nigga we need to be worried about. Nigga run down on you in front of your grandmama, shoot your ass 9 times. We ain't gonna be worried about you, brother. Yeah, let him do what he need to do. 50 Cent, he's a rider. Oh, yeah, okay. Nigga, we need to be worried about who sent that hit. But New York City was scared of 50 Cent. And 50 Cent was causing trauma. This nigga was causing so much chaos and division in New York City, man. Everybody was scared. Nobody didn't want, man, Ja Rule was the top selling artist. This nigga was making hits. And everybody disowned him. Ja Rule had, I better clap back. I'm brother clap back. You want to clap? Let's take him to wall. Niggas was like, nah, Ja. Get your motherfucking ass out of here, Ja Rule. There ain't no clap. We ain't clapping back, nigga. Get your motherfucking, you and Irv Gotti and Ashanti, get your ass out of here. 50 Cent. That's the division and the confusion. New York was divided. There was no unity. when G Unit was in the goddamn New York City. And now you got Ebro in the morning, and you got Rosenberg, some Canadian California motherfucker out there in New York playing. The motherfucker playing them. They playing Kid Ink. They playing Chris Brown. Yeah, appreciate that 2-piece nugget. 50 Cent was the only one to go to war with Supreme. Yeah, well, it was a lot of people that was doing business with Supreme. There was a lot of people that was in bed. Jay-Z, everybody was fucking with Supreme. And you got 50 Cent come around, and you got Ebro in the morning. They playing Chris Brown. They playing Nipsey Hussle. They playing Ice Cube. They playing goddamn Kid Ink. Do 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 do. Baby, you know what I'm talking about. And I'll put your panties to the side. I'ma make you feel alright. I'ma give you what you need, yeah. You remember that song? They was playing that shit in New York City like them people was from New York City. You remind me of something, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's all you heard in New York City, man. Do, 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 do. Do. Y'all remember that? That's all you heard in New York City was out-of-town music. You didn't hear no Fabulous. You didn't hear no motherfucking, none of that shit. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. Nasty work. New York City lost the crown because of that. Charlamagne the God, man, congratulations, man. You know, big money being made. I'm with you. You know, but we know what you did to get that money. Yeah. You got cock on your breath. Yeah. I wouldn't let you talk to me close. Yeah, back your motherfucking ass up, man. You got cock on your breath, man. Yeah. Your tongue is white. You need to brush your tongue, man. Charlamagne the God, make sure you brush your goddamn tongue. I wouldn't talk on the microphone behind you. Your ass was on the microphone. We gonna switch these microphones out. Yeah, I wouldn't talk on the microphone behind you. Yeah, with cock on your breath like that. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give a damn how you feel about it. Shit, I'm not gonna do it. You eating cock like that, man, just leave me out of it. Leave me out of it, man. Respectfully, you got $200 million. Salute to you. You know, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But as independent content creators, you know, we held to a certain standard. Regardless of what standard we held to, the bag is on its way. They getting the bag together right now. Trust what I'm telling you. They getting the bag together right now, and they about to start compromising. Hey, look, holla. Hey, GMB TV, look, man, we love what you do. We know that you're getting that. We love what you're doing. We got a bag for you. We just need you to give this up, give that up. We need you to stop talking about this. We need you to take it easy on these celebrities because they make us a lot of money. We got 20 million for you. Yeah, just take it easy on Charlamagne the God and Jay-Z and 50 Cent. Take it easy on these niggas because they make us a lot of money. If you can do that, GMB TV, we got 15 right here for you right now. Sign on the dotted lines. Sign on the dotted line, brother. Nah, man, I'm gonna have to pass on that. Matter of fact, let me get the contract. I'm gonna run it through my lawyer. If my lawyer say it's good, we might could talk. We might could negotiate. But I ain't giving nothing up. And I ain't coming off the gas pedal on none of these celebrities. Now, if you still want to come off that paper, I'll let my lawyer look over it. Other than that, maybe in another lifetime. Big salute to the chat. All right? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. New York City, I would suggest y'all take this time to regroup. Regroup. I'm going to tell you this. I want to leave y'all with this. Big salute to the chat. I want to say this. Hot 97. What y'all need to do is y'all need to give the morning show the zip with the drip. Y'all need to give the morning show to Hot 97 to Zippy with the Drippy. Hot 97 in the morning with Zippy with the Drippy would be a good way for y'all to start bringing back that New York feeling. Now, he gonna need some polishing. He gonna need some guidance. Y'all get some good people around him, and y'all get some New Yorkers around Zip, and y'all harness that energy, and y'all bring that feeling back for New York City. That's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to give the morning show at Hot 97 to Zippy with the Drippy. Tell Zippy you got a job for him. And Zippy, you get in there and you connect with the youngsters and you connect with New York City and you bring that feeling back and you start pushing New York City hip hop to New York City. Zippy with the Drippy, you get to bring in unity. You start connecting everybody together. In New York City, y'all take that shit and y'all do something with it. But I'm going to tell you something. You got to put the K2 down. You can't be on Hot 97 with all these goddamn... Well, yeah, you got to put that deuce down. Put the deuce down, brother. Clear your mind. Somebody get this to Hot 97. Zippy with the Drippy in the morning. On your morning time radio, on your way to work, on your way to school. Got you with Zippy with the Drippy. Now let's get to that in the morning. You like that? You like how you like that? You sound right. Somebody get that to Hot 97 and tell them Grown Man Business TV told you it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be, and get that right. Zippy with the Drippy in the morning. Oh, yeah. Zippy with the Drippy in the morning, and you get a New York City native and you put him on that radio and you let that New York City native bring New York City back. But you going out there to Canada, California, all you gonna get is some goddamn Lil Boosie, Pimp C. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. Salute. I see y'all in the chat. You know I'll be giving it up. Listen, man, I got some business to handle, man. You know what? I'm gonna keep y'all with me for a few minutes. Zippy with the Drippy in the goddamn morning. Morning time radio with Zippy with the Drippy. Let's get to that. That's what y'all need in New York City. Y'all need to have Zippy with the Drippy in the morning. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. You remind me of something, and I don't know what it is. You remind me of some girl you gotta show me. And you remind me of something, and I don't know what it is. You remind me of some girl you gotta show me. I make you feel alright. Putting some money in, but you just my type. Make it feel alright. What I wanna do when you're just my type. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Alright? Big salute to the chat. Yeah, I got to do what I got to do, but I don't want to talk about it, bitch. Running your goddamn mouth to me, ho. You remind me of something, and I don't know what it is. You remind me of some girl you gotta show me. So I know a lot of y'all ain't allowed to scream in your house, you know what I'm saying? Because your old lady kick your motherfucking ass out. Yeah, your old lady kick your ass out the house. Yeah, that shit was nasty work. So listen, man. With wisdom and true facts. This is how you start, man. And I wanted to throw that out there because, you know, I like to talk my junk and I like to talk crazy about the homie Zip and all that. But you know, y'all need to get Zip on the radio, get that nigga in position, man, so y'all can get back in order. New York City, y'all need Zip on the radio. Y'all need to get that nigga, y'all figure that out. Y'all figure that out. Y'all New York City. I ain't here to help you or fix you. I ain't disrespecting you. I'm just trying to give you some game. You feel me? In VA, we doing what we do. You know what I mean? Salute to the Clips. Salute to Pharrell Williams. They dropped the top album of the year. Let God sort them out. Yeah, let God sort them out. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing that came out this year topping that. So in VA, we doing what we do. Multiple Grammy nominations for Album of the Year. We did that. We doing that. And it will be a Grammy award-winning album. Let God sort them out. So I think that New York City, y'all need to sort it out. Y'all need to figure it out. Yeah, fuck it. Put Zip up under Funk Flex. Get that man a nice salary, and let's get to that. Put Zip with the Drip up under Funk Flex. If it ain't Funk Flex on the radio, it need to be Zip with the Drip on the radio. They need to be swapping in and out. Funk Flex doing his thing. Let's get to that in the morning is doing a thing. Yeah, I said it. Let's get to that in the morning with Zippy with the Drippy. I'm just saying, baby. I'm just saying, no. I want New York City to get back where New York City used to be at. I want the old New York City back. I want the old New York. Hey, Zip, get. Let's get to that in the morning with Zippy with the Drippy. All right? With that being said, you already know what time it is, man. Happy holidays to y'all. Happy New Year's and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Grown Man Business V1 will be available this January. The album is going to be amazing. The music is going to be amazing. It is luxury rap. It is luxury hip hop. Y'all going to love this shit. Make sure you put $25 on the side for your boy, and we going to run these motherfucking numbers up. All right? So happy holidays, happy New Year's, all of that. Is what it is. It'll be what it's going to be. That's me. Is what it is. It'll be what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, salute to everybody in the chat. We running it up. And we gonna definitely tap back in, you know, before all of that. But I just wanted to throw that out there. So you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Listen, I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. It is what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight, raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We ain't sugarcoating nothing. We not dressing nothing up. I'm giving you pure game. Straight off the brick into the bottles. You understand me? Yeah, we ain't water. Listen, no fentanyl, no baking soda, no quinine. Yeah, we ain't stepping on it. We ain't water whipping that dope, and we ain't counter whipping that dope. Straight off the brick into the bottles. All right? We ain't always hating, man. The truth is the truth. Charlamagne the God, congratulations on a $200 million deal, but we know how you got that. All right? You got cock on your breath, respectfully. Ebro in the morning, Rosenberg. These guys help destroy New York hip-hop. They help demolish an empire, along with 50 Cent. Ebro in the morning and 50 Cent, the two entities that completely destroyed New York hip-hop unity and New York hip-hop movement and music. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. My suggestion is that y'all put Zippy with the Drippy on the radio. The new morning show should be Let's Get to That in the Morning with Zippy with the Drippy. I call him Zippy. I don't call him Zip, but y'all call him Zip with the Drip. I call him Zippy with the Drippy. That's just what I call him. You know what I mean? Let's get to that in the morning with Zippy with the Drippy. And y'all use a New Yorker to bring New York back. Y'all use a native New Yorker to bring back the music in New York City. I said it. All right? So you already know what time it is, man. Let me see what we're working with. About to get up out of here. I got some business to handle. Got some things I gotta do. Let's see what we have with this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and all that. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and y'all hit the like button and all that before y'all leave out the building. We definitely where we want to be at. All right, so I will be tapping in with y'all. If not tonight, tomorrow for sure. All right, for sure, 100%. Damn, homie got 1 million. So y'all be having the craziest. Let me check this. I'll be having the craziest people that be following the channel, man. Salute to everybody that's following the channel. Salute to all my new subscribers. Yo, you wouldn't believe, like, big channels and celebrities, motherfuckers be really in tune with what we got going on over here. Let me check this guy out. He got 1 point.
Liam, it's nice to see you again.
He got 1.5 million subscribers, 1.6 million subscribers. Damn. Kind of content he creating. Yo, that's crazy, B. Focus D. This nigga is bugged out. That's crazy. Ah, mukbang. He got a mukbang channel. Damn, that's crazy. He got good. He got hella YouTube plaques though. Salute to him. 200,000. Damn. This nigga live streams. This nigga got 1.3 million views in 3 days. What the fuck? Extreme T. Yo, that's crazy. So you could come on YouTube and make all kind of different. This shit is crazy. I'm gonna look at salute the I don't even know. I ain't even gonna say dude name. I gotta make sure. I gotta check his content out before I do. Yo, this nigga is crazy, yo. Look at this. Hey, look at this shit, look. I don't know, man. These niggas good. I'm sorry. My bad. I don't know what's going on. So this nigga's just bugged out, son. That nigga crazy, man. What the fuck? Salute to the chat, man. Hey, y'all already know what time it is. Let me see where we at. Hey, yeah, man, that's crazy. He followed the channel. I don't know who dude is, but he got 1.6. He got 1.6 million subscribers. Shit, he doing something. Y'all seem to know who he is. I don't know. I don't know who. Y'all know who that guy is? Crazy. I be having hella people subscribe to the channel with millions of subscribers, blue checks and all that. Dude be wilding out. So y'all know who he is then. I never seen this guy before, but he's in tune with the channel. Salute to him. Word. All right, well, is what it is and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. Big salute to the chat. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in, tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in.